When I switched to Pro mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. Turn up!
Okay guys, so latest update. The mechanic Douglas have taken out the instrument cluster, steering wheel. The dismantling continues at the dashboard. Okay, so yep, the wiring is, as you can see here, is quite a mess. Okay, flooring here, a lot of work to be done still. As I mentioned earlier in the previous video, the floorboard needs to be cut out. All right. Okay, this is the steering. These are the parts from the dashboard taken out, put here. Oh, those the switches over there. That's the engine there. All right. Work has not started on the engine yet, but what we do know thus far is where the structural works is concerned, it's going to be massive, because I mean, look at the rust here. Okay, there's a lot of work to be done on this. Oh boy. Okay guys, so we are here back at Douglas's garage to check in on our E30 project. This is the engine that's been taken out, clutch fan, aircon compressor. Now, this is the source of the overheating, water jackets leaking coolant, so you can see the surface rust here. This has also been badly done. All right, this pipe here is supposed to go in. There's supposed to be an O-ring here that allows this pipe to slip in nicely, but it is instead replaced with this glue and all. So this engine is due for a full overhaul. This is the transmission, 3-speed automatic. Basically this gearbox is as good as condemned already, because it's been running for so many months without cooling, without any cooling at all. This gearbox is as good as condemned already. All right, so underneath, oh my god, hey, this is the same ZF power steering reservoir that you would see this in my E39, all right, later generation BMWs. And interestingly, Bobby's Aston Martin Rapide also uses this same power steering reservoir. So you can see here, right, from the underside, the firewall is badly rusted. And just to show you again, look at the mess of wiring up here. Okay, very jury rig kind of repairs, cable ties here lah and all. And under here, look at the rust, guys. Okay, so basically a lot of mishmash repairs. Oh my god, this is the accelerator pedal. This is the accelerator pedal. Okay, so what they have done is what previous repair shops done. Let's say, but you see, this is one metal plate welded over to cover the rust, all right, and then covered with tar. Yeah, so what happens is that when you do this without addressing the rust underneath, what happens is the rust is accelerated from inside and it rusts the outside plate that covers it as well. So you see here, this is rust. Basically this is the floor. This one you can see inside the cabin already lah. Okay, the body kit is also torn. Okay, the body kit needs to be taken out. And this is the long shaft. Oh god, yeah. So a lot of rust here as well. The rear suspension also was very poorly done. And what happens is that you see, apparently this spring here has practically zero travel. So what happens is that the rear, right, is so stiff that this car is actually quite hazardous to drive in rain conditions, because the rear is too stiff that it is susceptible, very, very susceptible to snap oversteer. Yeah. So I remember many years ago when I attended the launch of the Proton Inspira, and because you know the Inspira is Mitsubishi Lancer. So one of the things that the Proton chassis engineers told me was that with the Inspira, Proton softened the stiffness of the rear wheels. Okay, it made the rear more pliant and addressed the Lancer's original tendency to snap oversteer, all right, at corners. So the golden rule of thumb is the stiffer you make your rear, the more susceptible it is to snap oversteer. This guy here, well, the rear is basically, there's no play in the suspension. It runs a very high risk of snap oversteer. All right. So anyways, earlier on the car is up, but other progress done on this car. The dashboard has been taken out. So the immediate focus on this car is to structurally restore it, fix the flooring, overhaul the engine, and then after that only we will look at the cosmetic aspect and see how we can beautify it. Okay guys, so just some extra nugget of knowledge. So this is the transmission welding mounting point, and BMW has made this, all right, they engineered this in such a way that this is adjustable. The position of this mounting is adjustable, so that, you know, for across all the model variants, all the gearbox variants, right, all right, you can just adjust this for different engine and transmission combos. So let's say, for example, you have a 1.8 with an auto, 1.8 with a manual. All right, let's say if you do an engine transplant, all you have to do is adjust this nut here, all right, so to get the correct mounting point of the transmission. Now, another little discovery that we made, this long shaft, well, also was a bit jury-rigged. You see, look at this marking. This originally came from an E34 5 Series, all right, and of course, because it is not meant for the E30. Now this is what we call a balancer, all right. We put this metal piece here to balance the weight of the long shaft to ensure no vibrations. But the thing is this, the length of this would not have been compatible with the E30, so it was welded here. But the workmanship of the welding, well, not something to shout about. And yeah, well, Douglas has said he will send this long shaft for balancing as well, but the owner has said that he wants to put a 5-speed manual transmission to replace this 3-speed. So the length of the 5-speed gearbox will also be different, and as a result, this long shaft may need to be the length of this long shaft may need to be readjusted again. Okay, Shane, so you see they've taken out the front sarong, they've taken out the side fender panel. Okay, there's more rust uncovered, so you see here all this all rusted out lah. Okay, then here you can see there the battery area, the rust, a closer look at the rust, more severe. Alright, and bring it inside. So the dashboard is taken out, dismantled. So you can see, oh, look at the mess of the wiring, man. Alright, so a lot of wiring work to be done, but a bit of good news to share with you. As mentioned earlier in our text, the engine rebuild is complete already. Okay, he tell me one of the cylinder head bolts had to be remachined, but now you've got new water jackets, you've got basically a lot of brand new parts in this engine. Okay, so look at this material here. This is the cover for the heat shield from the exhaust. Okay, so basically you touch it, right, it feels like leather on a handbag. Okay, so just a quick update lah. And we'll furnish you more when next week comes. Guys, so we're coming to visit our E30 project here at Douglas's garage. So they've taken out the bumpers. Okay, so the bumpers are there, grill here, and so they're in the midst of actually removing the right fender. The left fender has already come off. Now earlier I've shown you the rust here at the battery area, quite bad, right? So yeah, more to come, guys. So behind the fender you can see all this, rust. Okay, so all this will be sanded down, be taken care of. Okay, you can see at the side here, the side skirt also taken out. Okay, and yeah, more signs of that paint job previously. Look at the side mirror, the paint on the side mirror here all cracked up. So let me just bring you over this side and show you the interior. The dashboard has been stripped out. Okay, so you can see the bare firewall and the mess that is the wiring. So this is also going to be, the wiring is going to be very long drawn out work. Okay, and just to show you again the floorboard, look at the floorboard here. You can see right where the accelerator is, the accelerator pedal is, you can see there's it's hold right at the accelerator pedal. Okay, now further update, check out, this is the engine. All right, the rebuild of this engine is complete. Okay, BMW's M20's single cam, 2.3 liters. So it's going to get new water jackets, new timing belt, new bearings, new tensioners. See, all these new hoses are ready to go in, new belts ready to go in. Now it's not that the mechanic wanted to leave it here, it's because I told him to put it here so that, you know, I can show it to the customer and the audience as I record this video. So the engine is done. All right, just have to pasang balik all the hoses and whatnot. Now the next part really is to get the bodywork sorted. Okay, so both fenders of the E30 have come out, and we have just simply unearthed more rust here. Look at this. Okay, the firewall badly rusted. Even there, look at that. Okay, the rust here has gone right to the frame. Okay, so you see this is the main stress bearing frame of the chassis, right? And you can see there are holes under there. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see my fingers in there, but yeah, this is severe. So all these panels needs to be removed, the firewall needs to be taken out and basically rewelded with new metal. The mechanics also advised that we close these ventilation holes. Now, a bit of story behind these ventilation holes. Remember, the E30 came at a time when air conditioning was optional for cars, right? So so basically these holes is to let outside air into the cabin, okay, especially if the car had been spec'd without AC in the first place. So these are ventilation holes to cool the cabin, okay, especially for models without AC. Okay, and check this out, just like in the E32 that I showed you earlier, here this master cylinder, the brake master cylinder, is on the left side, following the left-hand drive configuration. Unlike more modern cars where the master cylinder is always at the driver's side, whichever side of the steering is. Okay, if it's a left-hand drive, the master pump will be on the left side. If it's right-hand drive, the master pump will be on the right side. But this one, they did not mirror that. Okay, the fuse box is here, battery is supposed to be here, and we are actually looking to relocate the battery to the boot. Power steering reservoir, this is the same power steering reservoir that has gone on from ZF. Okay, it's the same power steering reservoir tank. Power brake. This is the power brake, power steering reservoir, same one that I have in my E39, and even Bobby's Aston Martin has the exact same power steering reservoir design. Alright, so here's the latest update on the E30. More news to come. Okay guys, so if you're a football fan just like I am, you have a chance to win yourself an all expenses paid trip to watch an English Premier League game live in the UK with every purchase of Castrol Magnatec and Castrol lubricants. You also get an additional 25 ringgit credited into your Touch and Go e-wallet. So pick up your bottle of Castrol Edge or Castrol Magnatec today and stand a chance to win an experience of a lifetime watching an English Premier League game live in the UK.